A very cheerful and warm good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Today, we are going to continue our history lectures. In this video, we are going to learn about the evolution of humans from hunter-gatherers to food producers. In this module, you will come to know about Introduction to Neolithic Age, the beginning of farming and herding, the beginning of a settled life, small villages, steps towards herding animals, domestication. Dear students, before to start this module, let's have a quick recapitulation with Mr. Jerry.
Hello friends, I'm Jerry. Let me recapitulate the previous topics to you. Time before 12,000 BC denoted by Old Stone Age. At that time, humans were nomads who wandered one place to another for hunting to support their lives. Tools used by them were flint tools. It was that time when fire was accidentally discovered. Rock paintings are a good sources of information about them. During the Middle Stone Age, environmental changes took place and humans started domestication of animals as well as agriculture at small scales. During this period only, tools became more advanced.
Thank you so much, Jerry, for your concern. So let's begin the chapter. We have studied about the Paleolithic period and Mesolithic period in the previous chapters. Dear students, in this chapter we will study about Neolithic period that changed the human life completely. The discovery of agriculture and domestication of animal marked the end of Mesolithic period and the beginning of Neolithic period. With the learning of cultivation, people gave up their nomadic form of lives and settled down. They transformed themselves from food gatherers to food producers and they formed hunters to herders, but this was a gradual process for them. Dear students, let's continue with the beginning of farming and herding. The climate of the world had started changing to relatively warm condition. This led to the development of grass in many several areas. Several grains bearing grasses including wheat, barley and rice grew naturally in the different parts of the subcontinent. Slowly, the plants and the animals that people used to as food started changing. They might have observed the location where edible plants grew, how grains buried in the soil grew and yielded food crops. Then, farmers used simple tools such as hoes and crude plows. They harvested the crops with sickles made of flint. Beginning of a settled life and early villages. People who grow crops have to stay in the same place for a long time. This is because a seed in the soil takes some time to grow and ripen. This time may be for several days, weeks, months, and in some cases, years. People have to look after the plants, water them, weed them, and drive away animals and birds to save them. All these are done till the grains ripen. Then the grains have to be used carefully. They have to be stored to be used both as food and seed. All these producers bound Neolithic people to give up a nomadic life and start a settled life. They now built mud houses with thatched roof and began to live in groups in small villages. Do you know, dear students, which form of settlement is called a village? The basic feature of a village is that most people who live there are engaged in food production. Now, let's have discussion about steps towards herding and rearing animals. The environmental changes that took place around 12,000 years ago also led to an increase in the number of animals that survived on grass. People now began to take interest in these animals and followed them for learning about their food habits and their breeding seasons. People left food for them and encouraged animals like goat, sheep, cattle, and pig to come near the camps where they lived. The wild ancestors of the dog was first animal to be domesticated. Domesticated animals solve the food problem to a great extent. Dogs helped people in saving their lives from the dangerous wild animals. Domestication, it is the process in which people grow plants and animals. Dear students, let's have a discussion on the benefits of domestication. Domesticated animals helped the earliest man in agriculture work. Bullocks, donkeys, horses, and camels were used for riding and plowing the field. Domesticated animals like cows, goat, sheep, camel provided fresh milk for them. These animals provided manure to increase the fertility of the soil. The animals also helped in solving the problem of clothing. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for today.